仔细看这张脸，你可能不太熟，但你一定看过他的电影《杀手不太冷》《超体第5元素》等等等等，都由他一手创造。他就是吕克·贝松。除了导演的身份，他还是戛纳、北京等诸多国际电影节的评委会主席。如今带着新作《狗神》来到中国，我准备了17个问题，咱问他17个真心话，不犯毛病吧？这次的电影围绕社会边缘人物所展开，是什么激发了您拍摄这样的主题？
So first it comes from a true story. This father threw his kid in a cage for 4 years before the cops caught him. And when I read the article, I was amazed because I don't understand how a human being can do that. So that's how it starts, with this little article. But then just right after, I was wondering how this kid will get out of the cage and what he's gonna become. A good person, a bad person. And then that's the heart of the movie. It's like no matter what your pain is, everybody knows pain all around the world. And no matter what is your pain, it's up to you to transform this pain on something good or something bad.
有看到这一次的拍摄动用了大约150位小狗演员，在片场是如何把狗狗调度到某个状态来配合情节呢？
In fact, it's every day, it's a total chaos. But you have to organize the chaos. You do your best. You try to way before, like 2 months before, I try to. And then when you shoot, you just have to go shot by shot and pray that the miracle will happen and then it will work. And you just have to be patient, in fact.
您能介绍一下 Dogman 的剧本创作过程吗？为什么这一次用了非线性的叙事方法呢？
Everything starts with the writing. It's the most important. It's like when you want to build a house, you have to start by the architecture. I think I need a structure pretty simple. It's basically the same structure than Elephant Man or Frankenstein. First act, you see a monster and you're scared. You say, oh, who is this guy? And then little by little, you discover that this monster is in fact not a monster and is lovable. You can love him. And then you realize that monsters are around him. So you can organize it as a thriller. So you're hooked and you want to know what happened. And then after he's thrown him in the cage, and then you say, oh, how he's gonna get out of the cage? And then you see how he get out of the cage. How he gonna survive now? You know, so it's made as a thriller. So that's why the story doesn't start by him as a child. You see flashback and you understand the story on the way. So you try to create a story where people can still looking at the film and say, what's going on? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You know, that's what you want in this kind of film.
为什么这一次选择了 Caleb Landry Jones 来饰演 Douglas？
I choose Caleb because he's the best. Now that you have seen the film, can he tell me which actor will be better than him? Can he think about one actor who can do it a better job? He's exceptional actor. I'm so lucky that I met him, and I wish I will make more films with him, because he's gonna be a huge star soon, very soon. And then now that you have the character for a script reason, then you watch the 40 songs of Edith Piaf, and you say, okay, which song can help in the lyrics? Which song can help in the lyrics can help the story? And then La Foule, the crowd, the lyrics is about this woman who loves a man, but the man always goes away with the crowd, which is basically the story of Douglas and Salma. That's why I choose the song, not just because, oh, I love the song. When you're making a movie, you have to use every tools you have, every tools. The matches in Fifth Element, I play with it for so long in the movie. But in Dogman, invention that he has, where he put all the food for the dogs, and then he take the rope to put the food down, on a piece of wood. That's a prop we invent. Tell a lot of how he care about the dogs, and so that's a good prop, a good invention prop for the movie.
吕克·贝松先生已经多次来到中国了，这次中国行有什么趣事吗？
Because it was the first time I showed the movie to a Chinese audience, and I have 1,500 people on my back watching the film with me, and I can feel the tension, I can feel the emotion, and at the end everybody scream and clap and cry, and then I was crying also, and the communion, you know, the communion with the audience was so strong. I was very touched by that because most of this audience was very young, well, like 20 years old. So they were not even born when I make my first films, and they still there, and they still cherish me and, you know, clap and give me love, and I was totally blown away by that. So I will remember this experience for a long time. I think the young filmmakers in China today are very lucky. I can feel the energy and the power growing and growing, and I think that China's cinema exists since a long time and always be good, always. It's a high level film, but now I can feel they're gonna explode. China's cinema can be in the next few years the number one, you know, in the world.
如何看待称您的影片为新巴洛克风格呢？
I take it as a compliment. I'm always a little shy. I'm always thinking about what is the next movie, how I can make it better, how I can be more real, give more of my heart, of my brain, and so I'm always on the future trying to, and I don't watch so much the past.
这部影片在后期制作上有什么突破的地方吗？可以谈一谈技术上有趣的地方吗？
Oh, it's every step of a movie. I try to give the best. You have in the movie, you have the kid and you have Caleb, you know, like when he's older and when he's young. We spend days making circle in the eyes to have the same blue for the kid and Caleb, just to be sure that the blue of Caleb when he's young is the same blue. You know, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. No one see that, but I don't care. I want to do it so at least it's the same blue in the eyes.
关于 Dogman 这部影片 ，Douglas 的设定，他是一位反传统超级英雄吗？还是一位边缘化人物呢？
Is a bit of both. I mean, it's so interesting to show that a guy beaten by life in a wheeling chair can have so much superpower in a way, and that's what I like. The superhero is not the one flying with tides, with pink tides. It's ridiculous for me. You know what? The film is also very fresh for me. I still not totally understanding what I have done. There's something inside me who guide me, and I do things, and sometimes I understand a little later. I say, oh, okay. Oh, it's basically like, oh, it's like my story here. You know, like, so give me some time. I will say, if you have a heart, you will love it.